Good evening, viewers, and thank you for watching. My name is Becca Shanks, and the purpose of today's video is to discuss special education and how we can best support your student with disabilities. A little bit of history about special education. Before the 1970s, there was little advancement to the rights of students with disabilities. What I mean by this is that many students with disabilities were denied proper education, fair education. After the 1970s, in 1973, the Rehabilitation Act was put in place and passed. This granted civil rights to all people with disabilities. IDEA was put in place in 1975. This stands for Individual Disabilities Education Act. This was updated in 2004. Schools follow this to best help your student, to support your student. The update in 2004 discusses ways to appropriately intervene for your student, but also other ways of determining if a student needs help and assistance. This update, in my opinion, is kind of going beyond the box and developing creative ways to best help create some interventions for your student. The next thing I will discuss is court cases. The first court case that helped shape education, special education, is Jacob Winkleman versus Parma City School District. This happened in 2007, and what came out of this is that parents can make claims under IDEA on their own behalf. If a parent makes a claim on their behalf, the rights that will come from this are for the parents. Because of this, parents have their own rights under this act, and students have their own rights under this act. The next court case I'm going to discuss is the Burlington School Committee versus the Massachusetts Board of Education. This happened in 1985. What came from this court case is parents' rights to be reimbursed for sending their students to private school. What this means is if parents choose not to send their students to the free public school, because of this court case, if your student has a disability and you choose to send your student to private school, you will get some reimbursement for tuition and needs such as that. The last thing I want to discuss is some resources for you. Because I'm from Pennsylvania, I will be using resources that I got from the Pennsylvania Department of Education website. The first resource discusses special education compliance. This talks about the Legal Education Association, the holders, their compliance, what they must follow, addressing non-compliance if it happens, enforcing non-compliance, and services to students while the enforcement is taking place. The next resource is graduation requirements. This discusses ways your student with disabilities can graduate, ESY requirements, and different things such as that. The last thing I want to discuss is least restrictive environment and placement. This is another resource that you can find on the Department of Education website for Pennsylvania. This discusses requirements for least restrictive environment, how to continue using the LRE, outside services that may come in and assist, what might be different in a public school or a private school, the space that will be used for it, the age that your student will be around, the age range of students that your student will be around, and the other supports that will be in place for your student. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was super helpful to you. And just know that you have support out there from us as a school. Have a great evening.